Most people think $100 is too small to matter. That is exactly why it matters. Because the first $100 is not important for its size. It is important for what it teaches. $100 teaches pattern, and pattern is what creates wealth. Most people look at small money and think, this is nothing. So they treat it like nothing. They waste it. They gamble it. They chase hype with it. They spend it emotionally. They try to turn it into something big overnight. And that is why small money disappears. But wealthy thinking works differently. Wealthy thinking understands that $100 is not supposed to change your life instantly. It is supposed to train your behavior. Because if you cannot place a small amount of money correctly, you usually will not place a large amount correctly either. That is the part people miss. The first $100 teaches you. Can you leave money alone? Can you give money a purpose? Can you place it intentionally? Can you stop chasing noise? Can you think beyond today? That is why 100 becomes 100,000. Not because of magic, because of repetition. Because if you build the right pattern with small money, that same pattern scales when bigger money arrives. And if your pattern is bad, more money usually does not save you. It just gives your mistakes more power. That is why the amount is not the real story. The behavior is. Most people think wealth starts when they finally make more money. Not true. Wealth usually starts when they stop handling money emotionally. When they stop asking, how can I make this feel bigger right now? And start asking, what is the smartest job for this money? That is a completely different mindset, because money without a job disappears. Money with a purpose starts building structure. Maybe that purpose is safety. Maybe it is future growth. Maybe it is reducing pressure. Maybe it is building discipline. Maybe it is learning patience. The purpose matters. Because once money has a purpose, it stops behaving randomly. And once money stops behaving randomly, your life starts changing. That is the real reason 100 becomes 100,000. Small money builds habits. Habits build systems. Systems build stability. Stability creates capacity. Capacity creates leverage. And leverage is what turns small beginnings into serious wealth. That is the path. Not one lucky trade. Not one hype investment. Not one perfect moment. It is pattern. That is why small money matters more than people think. Because the first $100 reveals who you are becoming. Are you becoming someone who chases excitement or someone who builds structure? Are you becoming someone who reacts emotionally or someone who places money with intention? Because real wealth usually starts quietly. Small, boring, repeated, unimpressive. No one claps for it. No one reposts it. No one thinks it looks special. But that is how it starts. The first $100 is not the miracle. It is the test. And if you pass the test enough times, the numbers eventually get bigger. That is why 100 becomes 100,000. Because the amount grows after the pattern is right, not before. The goal is not to make $100 look impressive. The goal is to use $100 in a way that trains you for more. That is how wealth starts. Small money, right pattern, bigger future. This video is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not financial, legal, tax, or investment advice. Always do your own research and speak with a qualified professional before making financial decisions.